and I still suffer with it today. I think I was around I want to say in my early 20s when I had my first full-on panic attack, and I actually knew what it was. And I went to the doctor and they prescribed me Xanax, and it was all downhill from there. And I relied on it heavily and I started abusing it, and nothing good came of it. So today we're talking about coping skills. Zach's going to tell a little bit about himself and how he got here and what works for him.
All right, yeah, so I'm Zach, I'm 21, and anxiety specifically for me has always been a problem. It still is, but I'm finding that it's getting a little easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have a similar story with, early childhood anxiety, and I started getting drawn into, a crowd of people that I would, find I could use with, and I specifically found a release. And for some people, the release may be different, but for me, it was the quiet that I got in my mind. It felt very strong and potent, and it was enough for me to just sit back and relax for once. And it grew into something I didn't necessarily like, but I found that the silence and peace that I never felt before, and it's unfortunate that I had to achieve it through a substance, and I'm definitely happy that I'm beyond that. I'm sober today.
Hell yeah.
But I definitely think that a coping skill that is sober and a way for an individual to receive that release in a healthy way is definitely very important. For me, I like playing, I like being active with sports and running. I find that runner's high I get, the release of serotonin, is really awesome, because I'm not putting anyone at risk or myself, and I'm not letting anyone down by picking up. So I like
Hell
to,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
I like,
awesome.
Yep. So, yeah, today the things I mostly use are journaling. I never really believed in it. I know it's a common thing a lot of people get told to do, but for me, when I journal, I'm able to put everything down on paper, and for some reason it feels like it's all out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'll get more anxiety, I just find that when I keep doing that, it's really helpful for me.
Yeah, because anxiety, thank you for sharing that. Anxiety can attach itself to many things, right? We have anxiety over financials, we have anxiety over relapse, we have anxiety over having anxiety. We literally have anxiety if you suffer from it from a lot of different angles, right? And I think it's important, and I've talked about this with combating trauma, is your 5 domains of well-being, balancing those, which is mental health, spirituality, fun, nutrition, and physical fitness. I think those are the 5. Yeah. So, journaling, running. Yeah, I heard you say journaling, running, making sure that because we're not fucking machines. We're not programmed to just eat, sleep, work, repeat,
Yeah.
We have this amazing mind, human beings that are very complex, and we can get stuck in there a lot of the times. For me, journaling is a big one. I feel once you get it out of your head, it has less power, and then we can kind of dissect it and see what the core underlying issue is.
I agree.
Yeah, it's super helpful.
Yeah, especially what when your anxiety comes in so many different forms, it's really good to be able to have that one thing can help all of it. Because I know there's different modalities of anxiety. Social anxiety is huge for me. Doing this right now is not even easy, but I find that when I get more uncomfortable, it gets easier for me.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that. Uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is huge for growing. Literally, I have 60 days as of yesterday, and every single situation that I've had that I've been super uncomfortable and taken suggestions, my anxiety was super high. But every obstacle that I've went through, I feel like all those little wins that I've taken is just make me stronger and stronger and stronger for the next thing. And like also having a plan, knowing what your triggers for anxiety are, putting like, you know, a plan in place for each one of them. What are you going to do in that moment? Because we know what's going to happen. Is also super helpful. So I want to say thank you to Zach.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thanks
sharing.
a
I
lot.
know we have anxiety doing these things, and it's a win. So take that.
Thank
And
you.
if you guys are struggling with anxiety with anything, hit me up in my DM. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you're struggling with. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys.
Thanks so
Bye.
much.